I'm the president of Ladies First Car Club. We're all females and we all own lowriders. We're brand new, we're less than a year old, so a lot of things that we're learning together and building together at the same time. We're all constantly working on our cars. We haven't brought them all out yet, but I'm really excited for the ladies to bring their cars out. They're coming out with heat. They're not gonna come out with, you know, the backyard paint job that we did on my daughter's car. We're redoing it, and we're gonna come out with some heat. We're building, and it's a process, and I want people to see the progress of the build. I want it to be obtainable, right? So I want young girls to see our cars or see our social media content and see us working on the car and be like, that's what the car used to look like this is that car, like what? Because it makes it realistic, right? Most young girls, most people are not going to be able to just go outright buy a beautiful car just like that. It's not realistic for a lot of people. You know, the reality of it is that we have to build these. We're single mothers, you know what I mean? We've got only one income source, you know, we've got kids we've got to take care of, you know, and that's true for anybody, but we've just got a really expensive hobby. I want with our ladies, like, I want them to take their time, and I want the things to be done right. I don't want them to be broken down on the side of the road. I don't want them to be embarrassed about anything. I want them to get in their car and feel just as free and just as proud as I feel when I drive mine. And so that's what we're working on right now. Well, what I did right now was take out the radiator and the condenser, the fan, and the water pump. What's next is the heads have to get torqued. Once the heads get torqued, we're gonna put everything back in. So right now, just took it all apart, getting ready to put it back in. When we're done, she's gonna be running really strong. I'm excited, can't wait. It's been a lot of work. And we're gonna just be replacing everything brand new as we go. So getting ready to replace everything and spend a lot of money. Fuck. And then I got my car in the garage. Wanna see what happened to that? So I was mobbing down the street the other day, just right around the corner, and my whole front wheel just like popped off. This spindle right here broke off. So normally when you have hydraulics, they replace them with like a caprice spindle, just because they're more sturdy. But I don't have any. I'm not gonna modify my car to hop it. I have like a lay and play hydraulic system. So I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it with a regular Impala. But also in the meantime, like, I have these, my studs broke. So if you can see, this is the wrong stud. This was in here, and this is what holds your wheel on. Like, this actually is what your lug nuts go on to, and this is what holds your wheel on. You can see right here, I had two broken off. One that was the wrong size, so my wheel was literally hanging on by two of these, and this nut broke off, so it could have been pretty bad. We're getting ready to replace these as well, put the right size on this one. But yeah, that's what's next on this one too. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. This one I don't think will be as much as that one though. We're out here doing positive things and trying to promote women to follow their dreams. You know what I mean? You want a lowrider girl, you used to cruise with your daddies, go get it. I don't mind leading you in the right direction. You know, they reached out to us for the events we did this weekend with the WNBA, Senator Aguilar. They reached out to us. We haven't really been, you know, out reaching out to people or whatnot. They come to us and we are honored. It's an honor to us that you even thought about us. And it's also an honor that we have these little girls that they love lowriders. They love lowriding. It's part of their culture. It's part of them. You know, I've got some little girls in our little ladies club. They love to ride their bikes. They love to ride around, and so they already have that in them. It's already part of them. And we've got some that just like to go and hang out. But the goal with that is to make sure that these little girls, our young little chicanas, they grow up and they're proud of their culture. They're proud of the women that they see around them. They're proud of who they are as a person. And I want to always be able to events, things with them to where they can go see successful women over here. They can go see successful women over there. And they're not going to have any room in their minds, their hearts for self-doubt.
Yeah, put them there. Like this. Yeah. And we'll just stay there like that. And we won't bounce them, okay? That way they don't roll all over and then somebody falls or gets hurt or something like that.
Like Miss Day over here.
So we're going to keep our balls on the floor, but when it's time to take a picture, we can stand like that. Okay?
Get it, Jerns.
Get it. How you doing?
So amazing. Man, are we going for it?
No, after. They want to take you.
But,
We need a ride home.
No, yeah.
there you go. Diana. Thank you.
That's Diana.
They made you something special.
First,
You
put
guys,
our car clip on there with you.
you're so cool. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to.
We have a little ladies chest. That's all the little girls with us. They all have the rider bike. Oh,
Little ladies. You guys.
so hi, dude.
They're going to be confident little women that come into this world, and they're going to become leaders, and they're going to teach their daughters, and their daughters are going to teach their daughters. And so being able to take them to go see the WNBA players this weekend was super cool. And I was so happy for them, and to go see, like, wow, these women, like, they're stars, they're athletes, they're professional athletes. Like, it's not only the guys out there. It's not only the guys. It's the females too. You know, I think it's just it's a positive, and as far as the club is concerned, I really just want to stay on that positive note. I don't want it to be an environment where it's a mean girls club, where it's, you know, a cattiness or a comparison or a competition. Like, we're sisters. We're club sisters, and that's it. My granddaughter doesn't have any little girls to play with, and now she's got her club sisters, and she loves it. It's family. It's so much bigger than self. Initially, I just wanted somebody to cruise with. A year ago on Thursday, I made my first post that popped up on my memories, and it just said something along the lines of, like, Arizona ladies, with your lowriders, you know, I wanna pull everybody together, make some dope content, something along those lines. A year ago, you know, it was a year ago that I was like, finally, like, okay, let's try it out, see what happens. I mean, I know God's hands are on it because of the way it's grown, and because the way it's blessed, and the way that the community accepts it and respects it, because the community is good to us. The community is good to us, and I want to always give back to them. We're so small right now and so brand new that we can't do major things, but you know, there was a time where we gave out Narcan, like we just handed out Narcan because I know a lot of women who've lost their children because of it, and I almost lost mine. And so I just think it needs to be a regular household item. We all have somebody we love that you never know. And so those kind of things, although it wasn't a huge thing, I know in my heart that somebody's life was saved by it. And I only know that because when God put it on my heart to do it, I cried and I couldn't stop crying. And I know it was from God, but those kind of things that I want to use this platform to be able to give back, to be able to bless the community, keep little girls confident and strong, and it's just way bigger than self. It's way bigger than self. I don't know what God's doing, but I'm just gonna let Him guide me and direct me, and that's that. I don't know.
My name's AJ Larson. I'm known as Black Jacks. I work here at the Tattoo Shack. I'm a tattoo artist. I've been tattooing for probably about 24 years. I always watch Aurelia on social media from a distance. I would be considered her friend, but I'm also a fan. I like the shit she does, and I always cheer her on. I congratulate her, and watching Aurelia out there wiggling with the children, with the girls, with the lowrider scene. That's our community. That's the community I choose to be a part of. To see her actually making a name for herself and making noise out there. When it comes to the Ladies First Car Club, I am aware of other car clubs that have been ran by ladies too all over the nation. And I feel when you stack them up against males, they're very like a 1% minority. So when you see another male lowrider, another male car club, you've seen them all, you know? They're respected in their different ways, but when you have a woman-based car club coming out and as aggressive as they have been, day one, they killed the game. They have so much support. She's changing the view of being timid and meek and stuff like that. So she's out there wiggling and people see it, and it's all positive, and she has a good message, and just being a good example for women in general, letting them know that they can shine too. You know, they don't have to sit in the kitchen, they don't have to sit in the passenger seat, they could drive too. I feel with Aurelia that she has like a special gift about her, like a overwhelming aura. You could probably take one girl and Aurelia and they can do the exact same thing, but for some reason Aurelia's gonna move farther and she's gonna break through. She's gonna part the Red Sea wherever she goes. I personally feel like it's because she's exactly where she's supposed to be. You know, next year might be different for her, but she'll be doing whatever she's doing then and parting that sea. But today she's in the streets and she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's using her full potential to the best ability. Like, she can't be stopped. And I'm proud of her. And I know there's girls out there that are watching her too, and that she's inspiring to them. And that makes me happy too. She can't be fucked with. She's the shit.
the motivation is just, it's what I feel like is just where God placed me. And I don't, like, there's this saying, I don't know, I've heard it in church or the Bible or somewhere, but it's like, for such a time as this, right? And I feel like this is that time. And the motivation behind it is just, when I hear dads say, oh, I want to introduce you to my daughter, like, this is my daughter, and we built this bike, or we're building her a car, and I wanted her to meet you. Or when I hear a woman like, girl, I'm gonna go get my car now, like, woo woo, I used to have this and that, and I'm gonna go get into it, like, you know, that kind of thing, because I know how it makes me feel, right? I know how it makes me feel when I get in my car and I just go. And I think it's time. It's time to get back in those cars and show out, because lowriding it's a part of our culture, right? I think it's really, really important to keep our culture as is, you know what I mean, to keep it authentic. I just want every female to know it's obtainable. It's obtainable. I've been in situations where I wasn't allowed to have a lowrider, I wasn't allowed to, you know, be myself, right? And don't let go of the dream. Might not be time right now. It might not be time in a year from now, but don't let go of it. Be yourself. When you're able, and when it's the time and you can do it, go for it. Go for it. If it's tucked back there in your heart somewhere, dig it out. It was taken away from me for so long, and I feel like that's where God is a redeemer, right? God redeems. And so my lowriders, I've had 52 cars in my life, right? Probably 20 of them were lowriders. But I started them with a screwdriver. Like, they were not the shit. They were not stuff to brag about, but they were my cars. They were my daily cars. I was 16 years old. I had a boyfriend. We were together for years, and we used to flip cars. We would buy old schools, we would fix them up, and we would flip them. And I would cruise them around until I sold it, get another one. Same thing. Like, oh, that's why I have so many cars. But, you know, that was always a part of me. And then, you know, that dude was so cool, man. He's so cool. I have a beautiful daughter with him. But he had a drug problem. You know, so it just wasn't going to work out. But after that, I go from that, somebody who loved cars and loved to build them with me, to somebody who absolutely despised me having a lowrider. You know what I mean? And then, so my car, like, intentionally, my cars got destroyed. Like, he intentionally destroyed my cars. And so I feel like God came back and redeemed all of that, right? And gave me the ability, and blessed me with the ability to be able to get this beautiful car. Because I think one of the things you had asked was, what do you love most about your car? And it's the heart of my car. That car runs so good. It's so strong. The heart of that car is so strong, and I love it. And I've never had a lowrider that was like that, like this, that have a spare set of keys, not just a screwdriver in my back pocket type of thing. So God is a redeemer, yo. And so if you have that dream, don't let go of it. He's gonna double back. He's gonna run the block, and he's gonna bring it back to you. Just don't let go of it. Put it in your heart for a reason, and that's it. Don't let that dream die. Keep it alive.
It's like God gave you back what was taken from you.
Yes, like tenfold. And it's crazy because I don't have pictures of any of my old cars, like nothing, because I lost everything like 5 times in my life. I had to start brand new, so like I don't have any of those types of memories, and it's not like digitized back then, so it's like just gone, you know. But yeah, my favorite car was this car. It's called Up in Smoke. I bought it for $150. It was stolen. They had done some dirt in it, and they didn't have a title and nothing for it. But I had just got off from living in my car. I finally got this like rundown trailer, and as soon as I got the trailer, the car got totaled. So I was like, fuck. So the guy at work was like, my homie's selling a car, yo, if you need it, like it's $150, you might get caught up. I'm like, I need a car. I lived on the south side of Albuquerque, and I was working on the north side, so I needed a car. And yeah, I mobbed that car for like 3 months. But we called it Up in Smoke because it smoked so much. But yeah, God is a redeemer. Don't ever let go of something he put on you. That's that.